check-ins to fight depression. Being there for someone who is seeking to take action and fight against depression is a great thing. Being someone's support can be vital to them making it through their journey. Yet, for some of it, they're going to need to learn how to fight for themselves. While for part of their journey, you can come alongside of them, often they also need to learn how to fight. Now, when someone feels as if they might be heading into a depressive episode, I recommend 4 check-ins so that they know how to fight. Now, check-in number 3 is where you come in. As you provide a constant source of support, share with them these 4 key check-ins and how they can fight well. You see, these offer a way of being able to determine if it's time to enact a safety plan, take action, and kick it up a notch when you're fighting depression. As you do, be sure to let them know that you are committed to being someone that they can turn to if they reach the 3rd check-in point. This provides them a path to seeking support and guidance that they need while they're learning how to fight and fight well. Number 1, check in with yourself. If it is safe for them to do so by themselves, I like to encourage someone to take some time to get alone and process what they're thinking and feeling. I want them to know that they have permission to go somewhere that they like, somewhere that makes them feel safe, have a sense of rest, peace, or enjoyment, and inside of that space, to check in with themselves. Now, they may not have the answers to why they feel the way they do, but they do have personal permission to acknowledge the byproduct of feeling not quite like themselves. Now, this might be something that they do alone, or perhaps even with you, someone they turn to when they need support. If they begin this process by checking in with themselves alone, it might look like journaling, going for a walk, bullet pointing out a few personal discoveries, or even video recording their thoughts. Now, if they're beginning this process by checking in with a support person like yourself, either relationally or professionally, you might want to encourage them to let you know if they aren't seeking input yet. Be sure to ask them if they simply want to process out loud. After all, sometimes we just need to hear ourselves process, and that is completely okay. Check-in number 2. Check in with rest and with play. Next, I like to let someone know who is struggling that they have permission to do something that they love just because they love it. There are whole movements that are dedicated to advocating for play in children. But what about when you get older? Mental Floss found 11 scientific benefits of play. But I want to make it more simple than just that. Sometimes each of us just need to give ourselves permission to seek adventure, to try something new, to enjoy a moment, to create a memory, or to be carefree. When someone is beginning to feel as if depression is seeking to wrestle the pen of their story back from them, let them know it's okay to fight back. How? By letting depression know that person is unafraid to enjoy life. It is helpful, at times, to let them know that they can do something for themselves, no matter how big or small. Check in with support. Sometimes an individual needs to do more than make sure that they are okay, write down their thoughts, or do something for themselves. After all, no one is meant to do life alone, and this is where you come in. If they have begun to notice signals that depression wants to claim their story, it's probably time for them to check in with you, someone who cares for them. Now, when they come to you, recognize this might just mean hanging out, or letting them just say, I feel off. It might be setting up a time for them to share something important, or they might ask for your help in taking an action step to fight back against depression. Now, be sure to reiterate that you care for them and want to see them thrive. Acknowledge their courage to come and talk with you. Let them know that you are still committed to help them. Your presence in their life can help them regain a sense of confidence or courage to fight back against depression. Check-in number 4. Check in with resources. If depression is fighting hard, it might be time to fight back alongside the individual that you care for by adding additional resources to their toolkit. This is not an indication of failure on their end, that other measures didn't calm the storm. It simply means that they believe in you as someone who cares for them and their own journey enough to bring in the best possible tools. Often, these resources will be beyond what you can personally provide for them. This is not an indication of failure on your end. Instead, it demonstrates your dedication to finding them the best help possible. These tools can range from natural supplements, pharmaceutical medication, talk therapy, counseling, forgiveness journeys, inpatient guidance, or a host of other skilled professional options. No matter what form of check-in the individual you care for uses, whether one or all 4 of them, the fact that they are taking action matters. They are continuing to shift the story and fight for wholeness, and you just might serve in a vital role during that process. The fact that they are continuing to fight is something worth celebrating. Our team is rooting for you as you cheer them on and they continue to fight.